everyone, I am Nameless Wolf and welcome to another video. So I wanted to make like these little mini videos that could be in between uploads. Yeah, like letting my thoughts on like other stuff. So today I'll be reviewing every single weapon in the scout tier, in the scout. So yeah, let's get started. So starting off with the stock bat. It's a pretty good weapon, like one of the few weapons without a penalty or something that will actively hurt you. So it works as a good finisher if you don't have any ammo left in the scattergun or any other weapon. So it's going in the B tier. Pretty good. Next up, the stock scattergun. Some can say it's the best scattergun, and to be honest, I'd have to agree with that. That's why it's going in the S tier. Next up, the stock pistol. Very good in between. Pretty good in between to the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol and the Wicker. Like pretty average. It is a lot better than the stock bat though, and it is not as good as the scattergun, but it's pretty good in between, you know. Alright, now let's get to the unlock, shall we? So, Force of Nature. It's terrible. Like, not as bad as the stock bat, but it's not bad at all, but still kinda bad. I like the ability to push players away with bullets just almost never comes in handy, you know? And the times it does come in handy, it's for cheap environmental kills. Which, to be honest, can sometimes go in handy. Now for the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol. So, it's a very good weapon, like a weapon that works best if you don't have the mad milk, but yeah, it's a very good one. Like I'd say it's in front of the stock pistol. Next up is the Criticola. You might as well call it the mini Criticola because it only grants mini crits, but still, it's mini crits on demand is an overpowered ability. It's very good. Next up, the Sandman. It used to be amazing, but now the only good function it has is in Man vs. Machine. So, and since we're not taking Man vs. Machine into account, first weapon in C tier. Next up, Boston Basher. Probably almost a downgrade from the stock bat. Mostly because of one thing, and one thing only. The bleed on hit also applies to you if you miss, which, although the bleed on hit is something the Rap Assassin can do a little bit worse, it doesn't immediately punish you for missing. Well, except on certain parts of Upward and probably Whatville, but still, first bat to go on D tier. Next up, the Atomizer. Yeah, I don't think it's a very good bat. Like, the 15% damage penalty against players can ruin your game sometimes. And the mini crits while airborne can very rarely come into play. Like, and plus the third jump also rarely comes into play. You know. So yeah, C tier it is. Next up is what I would consider the best bat in Scout's arsenal, the Candy Cane. And it's not because I have a strange candy cane. This thing is straight up overpowered. Like dropping a mini health kit after every kill. Like, can you get like barely killing a pyro, and then boom, mini crit. Oh, right now I mean, a small med kit just waiting for you. Immediate C tier. Next up, the Babyface's Blaster. It's a very fun weapon to play with. And the combos you can get with this, very fun too. But the decrease or the what's it called again? but the loss of speed upon getting hit or double jumping can cost you sometimes. So it's gonna go in the above the two. Next up, the backscatter. Don't question it. The bonk atomic punch, perfect for getting around tough defenses, but terrible if you get caught up by a sentry. So yeah, it's pretty good over here. Next up, the Fan of War. Immediately perfect for barking anything for death, even robots. But still, it is a little lackluster, but other than that, A tier for it. So it's above the pistol and the top punch. Next up, the Flying Guillotine. So the bleed hit on effect. Wait, no. So let me tell you a story. So back then, I was in one other server and I said, the Flying Guillotine is a little underpowered, so I think it should do 40 damage upon headshot. But then I found out it does 40 damage regardless if it's a headshot or a mid shot. So yeah, immediately it goes a lot better than the pistol and bulk atomic punch. Immediately right there. Next up, the Mad Milk. Overpowered, like seriously. It allows you to throw it onto other teammates, to enemies, and then drain the health from them. Well, not drain health, but gain health from hitting them. Immediately good power with them. Next up, the shortstop. You know where the Force of Nature ended up, so you know where this will end up. Yeah. Next up is the soda popper. So you might expect it to be right up off the Criticola, because it allows you to jump 5 times and gain instant mini crits. But that's only if you do a little bit of damage, So yeah, it just barely beats out the Candy King. Next up, the Sun on a Stick. This weapon is absurdly situational, so you know where this is going. Next up, the Rap Assassin. It's works best with the Babyface's blaster and this thing. So yeah, I think it goes right over here. And it's one of the only 2 scout melees that grant you a projectile that cannot be reflected. Last but not least, the Winger. This is one of the most fun weapons in the Scout's arsenal. And it's almost as good as the pistol. Why? Because although the extra height on jump is pretty good, to be honest, it doesn't really beat the lack of bullets that can shoot. So yeah, this is my scout weapon tier list. I hope you'll enjoy it, and let me tell you, this is all based upon my own opinion on how I like to play the game. So yeah, hope you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.